Welcome back to the Married at First Sight Season 12, Episode 16 review. This is Couples Couch with
Pat.
No, this can't be life. Like, seriously? Like, you have one thing
I got
to
lost
do.
in the delicious
What were you
taste
thinking
of the
about?
peanut
I
butter.
said all of that, and what are you, Pat? Like, let's again.
I don't have no motivation for this show.
As you say all over the microphone.
I'm acting like a person that put his 2 weeks notice in. What you gonna do?
Fire me?
Go on with the show. Go with the intro, and I'm not reshooting. You got to use this. Edit your or do your best editing. Go ahead.
Let's get into this week's
I'm
episode.
gonna get on my crispy.
Let's get into this week's episode because you can already see
I don't even want to have this conversation.
he's starting off bad, y'all. Let's get into episode 16.
Hey, I'm like a person got a new job. You see, I got this new review coming out, so I don't need this no more.
Oh, because you about to start Ready to Love? You don't need Married at First Sight no more?
No.
You better remember where you started from.
Nah.
Always started from the bottom.
I'm going places. I'm going places. I'm not coming back here.
Let's go into episode 16. Can we do that? Let's do this. All right, let's get into episode 16. So if you are new to our channel and you do not know, this will be a high-level overview. We will not get into the nitty-gritty of everything that happened into this episode, just what's important to the storyline for each couple. The name of this episode is Speak Now or Forever Hold Your Peace. Very fitting. With only 1 week left until decision day, the show opens up with the couples heading back home to Atlanta from Hilton Head, South Carolina, where they had their couples retreat. Haley returns home to find Jake sitting on the couch, just hanging out. You know, she walks in, she's like, hey, what's up? And he tells her that he left at 7 a.m. because he needed to get back home because the dog sitter had to go to work and his dog was sitting there at the door and he panicked and got, nervous for the dog to be alone. So that's why he left.
That ain't why he left.
Why he left?
Because after how many 8 weeks of marriage, he's sleeping in a different room from her.
That's why he left.
Same reason why they drove there in separate cars. Like,
They did. So
why is she acting brand new?
I don't know, but she said she can understand why he left. That would make her sad too to see her dog. I guess he was looking at the dog on the security camera and saw that. So she said she understands that, his reasoning for leaving, but she thought that they would be in a better place, that he would at least, communicate that with her. I don't know how Haley think that they're going to be in a better place within 10 minutes after you done fell out with the man over the course of the last 6.5 weeks or whatever it is. Yeah. And gave him back his sentimental gift from the wedding day, which he didn't ask for. You done told some harsh ass lies to say that he's throwing price tags at you and this and that, and that is not how none of this went down.
But she likes the way it is now because they're fake. Look at how much more engaging she like.
Yeah, because she knows it's coming to a close.
Yeah.
So that's what happened in that scene. Let's move on to the next few scenes. The next few scenes show the other couples arriving back home to their house as well. Eric and Virginia are back home. They talk about their fights and how they tend to make up a lot quicker nowadays. Eric feels like Virginia may be holding back and hope that they can come together before decision day. This is pretty much the same thing they was talking about the last week episode. It's the same conversation. I feel like it just said differently.
Episode before that.
Yeah.
The episode
it's just like
before
said
that.
different. It's like you ain't gonna
she's
trick me every
She's
time.
holding back. She's definitely holding back. But she's holding back these last 4 days so that she can go ahead and say, yeah, I choose not to be with you. And
She
gone. That's why you'll see.
We'll see. So then the next scene shows Clara and Ryan. They're back home and they're talking about how they had a good time at the retreat. Clara asks Ryan, does he feel like he has changed since, the wedding day? And he says he does feel like he has more of a sense of responsibility for her, you know, because he has her now. And that was pretty much their conversation at their place. I don't know. Ryan is giving nothing, for sure.
Oh, he gave a lot. He gave a lot. You got to look between the lines.
Oh, is that what we need to do?
This is what he gave her. In 3 days.
What is that? What is that?
F you. I'm out.
Oh, is that what that is? Okay.
Well, it's the middle finger.
Oh, that's what you gotta read. Sorry. Next couple that's back at the house is Vincent. Lord, Brianna and Vincent, they're home in
How many
bed.
times do we could go through
16
this
weeks
you get
worth?
it right?
Apparently 16.
16 weeks.
I'm sorry. So,
Say
Brianna and Vincent are in bed.
the words how I told you to say the words, anime.
Whatever you say,
Eat the cake.
Whatever you say.
Eat the cake.
Okay, we're getting thrown off. So Vincent said that he hopes everyone, for all the couples, you know, will be able to have a good decision day. And they discussed who may or may not make it. And they did bring up Haley and Jake. And he was like, you never know who may throw the curveball in there, you know? So they were just talking trash. And they spoke about... Brianna actually moved on to this topic and said she felt a little hesitant and concerned when she realized how unorganized Vincent is. That's when he was like, I really don't feel like I'm unorganized. So he immediately caught beef right there. Yeah. He got really mad in that moment.
Which is what he does.
And then he came back with the jab, like the real silent, easy, smooth jab too. He was like, well, that's like when, you know, when I got matched, I specifically told the experts that I didn't want to be matched with someone who was bossy and assertive and very direct.
Right.
Like he was doing that on purpose. Like if you can't pick up on the slow shade, like Brianna, you need to like do better. He totally was trying to shade you purposefully because you said he was unorganized.
Yeah, but she keep coming for him for little things like that. Like she's trying to portray a sloppy, unorganized.
She's trying to create a negative narrative on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? Negative narrative.
It comes every so often. But yeah, she is, and he didn't like that. He didn't like. No
he never
parts
does.
Of that. And
he told you he wants you to shut up.
And I just don't know why she would even bring that up though. Like, so what if he is unorganized? That's gonna make you hesitant to be married to somebody because they're unorganized?
I don't know.
Like, I feel like that's so...
Listen, just because all your shirts in the closet match in color and your underwear are all in the same drawer and your socks are all matched up when you put them in the... I don't care about none of that.
Turned in.
You gonna get off my case?
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna organize you.
Iron you out real quick.
So you ain't too organized. You ain't all the way organized.
I just didn't like the fact that she tried to like shade him. Like,
she always does.
But it was not even warranted. It wasn't. He didn't like in that moment. At least I could see him saying something where she would have to like pick at him to say, "Why I didn't want to be with you because."
See, this is why I need a live feed of them 24/7 because I need to see the unedited version. Early on, I was like, "Yo, she didn't even say nothing, and he's flipping out for nothing."
Yeah,
but she constantly
picks at something. Yeah, so that I
it's
didn't like
aggravating.
So I mean,
so aggravating when somebody does that.
I hate that he had
the
to
worst
flip the script on her the way he did, but he did. Excuse me.
Nothing.
But he did, and I thought it was interesting that she didn't pick up on that. He just said that because of what you said.
Come on, bossy.
Hey, are you listening?
No.
I'm done. I'm moving on to the next scene. Apparently, he ain't listening.
Come on, bossy. I throw it right ready. No, you're not gonna let me look super. I had it the first time. No, redo it.
I can't do that. Don't know the rest.
All right, come on.
The next few scenes show the couples meeting up with their families and friends before decision day so they can just hash out where they're at with their marriage and what they think they should or shouldn't do on decision day. So that's what the next few scenes are about. So this will be a high level overview.
Yeah, because it was
scenes.
all
Foolery.
formatted and the questions were asked. And
Like nobody's friend is asking you, so what challenges? Like nobody even asked you.
If you come asking me, you ask me that, and I'm just like, bro, you gotta go.
So we know it was totally
You working
scripted.
for them people.
Yeah. So let's get into these few scenes real quick. Okay, so Ryan meets up with his friend to play a game. I don't know what the game is called, but they're like pushing this piece of wood.
Shuffleboard.
Oh, okay.
Old people play it at retirement homes.
I didn't know what it was. I was like, okay, I can see they're trying to get this little piece of square down the or circle down the board, whatever.
It's a lame game just for lame.
It didn't. Ryan says every day Claire is talking about her feelings, and sometimes he just don't want to talk about feelings. He said he's all out of feelings. Sometimes he just want to talk about sports. And he says that another thing is that him and Claire need to work on goal setting together. That's another thing that he thinks they need to like sit down and work on. But my thing is, I don't know why Claire is talking about her feelings all the time so much. Like, I don't just talk about my feelings to you unless you piss me off. Then I'm going to be like, okay, so I'm sorry. Then I'm going to be like, in that moment, you made me feel like whatever. You know what I mean? You made me mad, or you made me sad, or you made me, something. But I don't even say the word sad, really. Like, that's not how I talk. But yeah.
I know the type that she is. Mm-hmm. And it's never going to get better. Like, she's always going to be insecure. She's always going to emotionally need your attention. It's draining.
Yeah.
He's not built for it. I'm not. Like, that's... If you were like that, it wouldn't work between us.
See, that's why it works out well that I don't be talking about no feelings. Feelings. Nothing but feelings. Do you remember that on the Steve
Time for that. What?
On Family Matters?
Yes. Matters.
Family Matters. I couldn't get it out.
Yes.
Remember he was singing that feelings?
Yeah. That's how you sound.
And Laura looked like she didn't want to hear it. Did you just say that's how I sound?
I meant your impression.
But that's what I was trying to do.
Right, that's why I was giving you a compliment.
Anyways.
Are you saying I sound like that? Exactly.
Next scene shows Brianna and her mom. They're FaceTiming, talking about how she's doing before decision day. Brianna says she is very nervous. She mentions the conversation that they had about that her and Vincent had about him being unorganized, and him saying that he didn't want somebody so direct and assertive. She tells her mom that she realizes that her telling him that he is unorganized made him get embarrassed, and he gets embarrassed very easily, and that could be a problem because it could possibly turn into something bigger later in the future. She also feels like him saying that, he is turned off by her bossiness was a jab at one of her characteristics. So I guess she did pick up on the fact that he was trying to jab her back. Chin checked her right there.
But he was spitting facts.
Yeah,
he doesn't like it.
Right.
He doesn't deal with it well.
Yeah, because his face gets real sour real fast.
Everything gets sour real fast.
Now, here's where I feel like Brianna's mom is an enabler. She made the comment to Brianna that says, being bossy or assertive is who Brianna is and isn't something she can change. Everybody can change something. You can evolve. You don't think so?
It's better to... It depends on what you're changing.
You can change being bossy.
You can?
You can.
How?
You can just be mindful. Yes, you can.
You
can be mindful and be more intentional with your words. Yes, the hell you can.
Don't change. You might...
You can.
You might soften the edges, but you're still... Come on.
You can. I don't care what you about to come out your face and say. You can change being bossy.
No, you can't change being bossy.
You talking about me?
Yes, you.
How do I be bossing you up?
No, okay, not bossy, but your characteristics is to get things done immediately. And once something is said, you want to take care of it right then and there. And if it's not done that way, you can't even chill. Even if, okay, say there was something that needs to get done that we decided right now.
Yes, okay.
But I said, yo, let's wait until tomorrow at noon to execute whatever it is we're going to do.
Right.
Until 11:55 tomorrow, I'm going to chill and not worry about it at all. Until 12 o'clock tomorrow when we execute it, you are going to worry yourself sick over it until that point. But that's who you are. That's like me telling you, no, don't look into it. Don't worry about it. Ignore it. Ignore it. Ignore it.
Okay,
Ignore it.
so
That's going to cause more trouble than just letting you go through your process and get to the same spot.
Okay,
you need to find someone you can work with. If you were just bossy and you be this way, you're not bossy, because when I'll just get to the point where I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. And
right.
A bossy person would harp on it. You let it go, kind of, but you can't change who you are.
Your makeup? You're saying you can't change what's in your nature.
I would be miserable if I couldn't be as lazy as I like to be.
Okay, and I understand what you're saying to a degree. I understand what you're saying, but I still disagree that you're saying you cannot change. You can totally change. You can totally, I'm not going to say you can make a whole 360, but you can be more intentional and you can be more mindful on how you boss someone up or how direct you are. Because I have done it and I have lived it to know that there are things that I would like to just say what's on my mind and say what I mean, like Brianna says. But I am more intentional with my words and I am more mindful with the things that I say, because I know it can be off-putting to the person who can't take it. Whether what I'm saying is straight facts or not.
Good argument. I think you're right.
I know the hell I'm right.
Now I'm back to my point. I don't think you're right. You didn't handle success well, so now I'm back in opposition. Had you just been like, oh, okay, then we could have went. I was mature. I was like, you know what? Your argument makes sense, and I agree with you.
Okay, let's do it again.
But then you went right.
Let's do it again.
No. All right, let's do it again.
Okay. So I'm done.
I think everything you just said is BS and wrong. You don't change.
I think when you make a comment like, this is who I am and I can't change, that's you saying you don't want to change. Right. You don't want to compromise. Right. You don't want to be
I think that's one
different.
of the best things somebody could tell you.
How?
Because then it's on you. Right, and here's where people get
mad.
Here's
where, getting mad
here's where people get angry in relationships. They don't like it when the other person puts the ball back in their court.
Meaning what exactly?
So if I tell you, say I'm Eric, I don't like you going out drinking with all guys and staying all night at their house. Okay. I don't like it. Now the ball is, so I've told you. Uh-huh. Now what he doesn't like and he doesn't want to listen to is she has made every excuse on why she's not going to do what he wants her to do in that accident.
And does that mean she can't change?
I don't know. I'm not staying around to find out. He's causing himself more pain. Okay. Soon as she started acting like a thought, he should have treated her like a thought. Well, I want to go out and drink with my friends. Blah, blah. All right, cool. We got 3 weeks left in this apartment, and then we go our separate ways. Why do people put up with stuff that they know they shouldn't have to? Why is he continuing? I'm not waiting for her to change. I'm not waiting.
Give me an example of Brianna and Vincent, because that's who we're talking
about. Kids, I'm leaving.
Okay.
It's easy. I can give it to you.
I'm talking about personality trait. A personality
that is
characteristic.
It's not about personality. It's about what will and won't work.
Oh, I thought you will and won't do.
It will and won't work. There's simple things that each of these couples have given, and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, you should fight through it." No, you should move on to someone who's more fitting to how you are.
That's your argument.
That's my argument. We ran into each other. How hard have we worked at it?
Because we mesh well. We gel well.
Because we fit well.
Right, we do.
So if we didn't fit well, why are we going to try and put squares in a circle? If you thought going out all the time was okay, why am I going to sit here and try to change you out of that? Why not let you go out all the time and find somebody who wants to be here at the house with me?
I would do one better. So if you said to me that I'm too direct and I'm too assertive, and I say to you, I'm sorry, that's just who I am.
Then I'm putting on my pink hoodie and I'm out.
I'm moving on to the next scene. I rest my case.
Yo, Vince, we ain't talked about it, but Vince is still a belly boy. Like, you are supposed to be able to walk away. Everyone talk about don't be selfish, don't be selfish. Be selfish. Love who you are. Know who you are, and then move on and get involved with someone else's life. We both been married before.
Right.
They were mistakes.
Right.
We needed to move on.
I
What good is it to hold on to something you know ain't gonna work?
And with that being said, let's move on to the next scene. Next scene shows Clara FaceTiming her friend, talking about how she is doing and her plans for decision day. Clara said it's so nice to be married because she now has a built-in friend. Her friend asked her, do you have any challenges in your marriage that you could think of? And Clara responds,
our marriage is 10 out of 10. No complaints.
We expect that there will be differences and struggles for all of the couples. And without recognizing and facing these issues head on, a marriage is being built on a shaky foundation that could eventually crumble.
Nope. 10 out of 10. I have no complaints. Lies. All the lies. Like, you have so many gripes about things that he does. Why not keep it a buck? Keep it 100. Like, tell her.
I don't think she tells him, because that's why he walking around saying they got a 10 out of a 10.
Oh, this is true too.
Like, I think they both clueless.
Yeah, because they're not communicating.
Or they both just talk that talk or not both, but she just talked that talk to be talking because she needs the emotional attention.
Yeah.
All the girls are, I'm getting him off every night, blah, blah. Yeah. Oh, girl, you don't have to do that, blah, blah. But she go right back over there and be running behind him like a puppy.
Oh, I didn't know what you was about to say. I had to cut you short. And ask her, what would you do if Ryan decided on decision day that he does not want to stay married? And Claire was like, he wouldn't do that. You can't swear for nobody. You don't know what nobody will really do.
It's plain as day what he gonna do.
What do you think he's gonna do? You think he's gonna say no? We shall see. Haley is out for a drink with her friend to discuss decision day. Haley says that she is confused because she has good and bad days with Jake. She said that a red flag for her is that Jake is 38 and single, and that the fact that she doesn't understand his humor, but she does think that he is a good guy. She also said that they just really don't understand each other. At the end of the day, they just don't. And her friend says, okay, what if Jake called you up, said my humor sucks, I dress badly, we may not really get each other, but let's work on this marriage once the cameras are gone. What would you say? She proceeds to say... I can't.
So wait, Jake got to call up and say, everything you don't like about me, I don't. Tell us how you really feel. It's too late. I'm telling you. We need to get to decision day and then hit the reunion. Well, it'll be better. It'll be better.
Sorry. Well, it's just not. I mean,
yeah, you gotta call up and admit to everything I don't like about you.
Right.
Nobody should like about you.
Right.
Change everything about you, and then let me stay in your house to get all the resources you got, and then we're good. That's what I heard.
But her response response was, I would tell him, things change every day, and you
Like
just
them
never know what
chins.
could happen. And then she sealed it with that fake smile
Like
that
the
she does.
Joker face ass.
Here's Batman. I'm moving on to Eric. Come on. Eric is at his apartment with his friend catching up on FaceTime. They're talking about decision day. Eric feels like he is one of the luckiest dudes ever to have Virginia. He said he definitely know that they have things to work on, and then he that they bring up issues, but they don't necessarily work on them. And then Eric says he knows he gets flustered at times. And before I could hear the rest of the sentence, I just saw Tech's face like some of the time.
He kicks me.
He beats me.
He tells me I need to be a gentleman, little puppy.
Tech's face. Flustered.
He kicks me and tells me come in the room like I have manners.
Flustered. I know him as Eric.
Yeah.
I won't say the rest.
Yeah. It doesn't help. Tech's eyes are like cockeyed.
It's a Flipper joke if you watch the Chappelle
Eric
show.
kills me.
Flipper. I know him as James. We won't say the rest.
Dolphin. They should bring it to the pool.
Throw him in the pool. I'm
So,
sorry. But yes.
Eric is a piece of work, man.
The two of them were made for
I'm not
together.
saying that at all. But that's like exactly what I'm saying.
I don't want you to change, but there are things you have to change in order to be him, Eric. That's my text one.
Double negative or double entendre? What?
You know what was funny that I didn't really get to say?
I don't want you to change.
He was like, and it don't help that Tex's eyes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm moving on.
That's what they
I
need.
shouldn't get so much joy out of looking at text.
Text
like
me
that.
to be there. Those two's lie detection dog. Hey, Virginia, I haven't had a drink in 2 weeks. Ryan, I don't want to control her life. I want her to be able to do what she wants.
Can we bring Tex to decision day, please? Somebody pull up a couch for Tex.
Yeah, Text the truth-telling pup.
Clara and Ryan sit down to complete an, I don't want to butcher the name of this questionnaire, but it's like an enneagram, I think. Enneagram questionnaire to see their compatibility, and Ryan's face when...
That's how he was looking at her with her answers.
And that's the same sweater he had on too.
Mr. Rogers is a special edition.
Claire's answers to her questions.
Would you like to be my neighbor?
I set ambitious goals for myself.
Claire and I have very vastly different answers. We have very, very different outlooks.
Questions was like, do you have any ambitious goals, or do you set any ambitious goals for yourself? She's like, nope. That's what he wanted to do.
Yeah, that's what he wanted to do in his head.
He was falling apart.
Yo, he couldn't.
He was falling apart in that scene, but he tried to keep it together, but his face needed deliverance. Are you hot?
Well, I think we definitely had some different answers. That's for sure.
Let's glaze over this. Vincent FaceTimed with his cousin-in-law to talk about the experience he's had in his marriage so far. He said that everybody's really cool, her family's cool and everything, but he did mention about the conversation that they had the other night where they fell out with each other about being unorganized and the other being bossy. And he said that he was honest with her when he said that it really is just a concern for him. Yep. And that's pretty much what they said in that scene.
We all can see it's a concern for him.
It's all over your face.
All over your face.
Virginia has over one of her good guy friends, and it's not Lane and it's not Cole. This dude's name was Aaron. She got a lot of good guy friends. I ain't never seen somebody with so many good guy friends.
I've seen somebody with a lot of good guy friends.
So anyways, he comes over to talk about her feelings about marriage or her marriage and decision day. She mentions that she knows that Eric is concerned about her having guy friends, but they're like brothers to her, which she's been saying from...
We've heard that before.
Yeah, we have. She says that her guy friend actually asked her, how is the marriage going? Has Eric farted in front of you yet? I didn't know if this was Married at First Sight, Atlanta, or Married at First Sight Unmatchables. Like, I didn't know where they was going with it. I thought Ashley from Unmatchables was about to walk in. If you haven't seen the Unmatchables review, go to our channel and see that, and you'll see it's the very first thing they talk about in that show. That was a mess. Yes. I don't know why her good guy friend, let me get back on track, is asking if Eric has farted in front of her yet. Why you care?
Because he don't care.
Oh, okay.
He's just like, yo, when are you coming back over to the party house?
So she says that Eric has farted in front of her, but they just act like it doesn't happen. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that translates. She decides to FaceTime her friend Abby. I guess she couldn't be there in person, so they FaceTime her in to talk about, her marriage and where she's at with everything. And she says that they do have recurrent arguments, and she said the topic that keeps coming up for them is going out, because she wants him to go out with her and be okay with that, or just be okay with her going out by herself if he don't want to go.
No.
It's a no for him, bro. And then she also mentions that she wants, she has to also come to terms that she's going to have to move into his place at some point. And her friend asked her, are you ready to do this thing for life? And Virginia says she hasn't quite figured it out just yet. It's all a no. I said all that to say it's a no. We'll call it for y'all. Yeah. That's what they should do. They just call it for him.
Virginia, if you ever come back around Eric, you're not allowed to drink no more. That'll take care of it.
And she'll never be seen again.
You're not allowed to drink no more. You can't sleep on people's couches, and you can't hang out with all your gay guy friends that are not gay. Yeah, because they're not. There are 2 days left until decision day, so the couples are now going out on their last date night with each other. Claire and Ryan go out to play I don't know what it is. I don't know what these games are they're playing this episode. He's throwing a football and hitting some pins. I don't know what the name of the game is. I don't know what the name of the game is, but apparently the uniform is some
jeggings.
No, those weren't jeggings.
What were they?
Those were paint. That was paint. He just painted those on.
They just spray paint them on.
Spray paint on pants and dress shoes.
Hard bottom shoes.
To go throw a football. I don't know.
And some pins. If anybody knows the name of this game, drop it in the comment section below. I would love to take you to do that. You will have a field day.
I will beat you. And anybody you bring to challenge me.
Can we just have fun?
It's fun winning.
So they're having their good time. He's like, I guess, beaming this football every which way around her head.
He was not beaming that football. It was not
beaming it to you?
No.
I didn't say it was hitting nothing. I said he was just beaming it.
That wasn't throwing hard.
Beaming into the ground? It wasn't throwing.
No.
The competitive spirit in this one.
It's not competitive spirit. Did you see how he threw the ball?
It was hitting
all of his weight. No, his technique was horrible. His form was horrible. He throws like a third grader.
Sounds like NFL boot camp now.
Not NFL. He couldn't even make high school.
Okay, can we stay on track?
Not throwing the ball. I don't care what he did.
As they were playing their game, they were having a good time, regardless on how Patrick thinks. It
just don't say he was beaming the ball. He was tossing it.
They sit down to eat, and Ryan goes into a whole speech about their experience, about their marriage, and how they have had a very good and unique situation, a unique bond. He couldn't see himself doing this with anybody else, just no matter what. Clara is in the cheesing mode, like, oh my God, he's being so sweet, and he's talking about how we connect, and then he closes it with, no matter what happens on decision day.
And she falls apart.
And she falls all the way apart to the point where she stormed out. And Ryan's sitting there looking like, ooh, what the hell did I say? You know?
You said...
That's what he was looking like.
Yeah, bro. That's what your private parts feel like in them pains.
Brianna and Vincent meet up for dinner. They give each other compliments when they arrive at the table. Similar to how Pat is dressed like Vincent. They both compliment each other. Vincent says to her, or she says to Vincent, "You look very dapper."
Thank you.
And he says to her, "And you look very nice." And she goes, "I know." And then his face got sour.
I like the way that your collar is bent up over your jacket. That's very pretty,
not
Brie.
like Brianna's outfit. It was giving career builder job fair event.
I thought she was gonna take a thing. I would start taking my order at Olive Garden.
It's giving. I don't have 10 years worth of professional experience on my resume. But
Woo, this thing is hot.
I know you got to be on fire. I didn't like that whole collar situation, and then the black jacket. And maybe it was cute from down there, but I didn't see it. I didn't care for it.
For her to be so organized, she looked disheveled to me. And your hair was crooked.
And you're
dusty.
And your hair's uneven. And you look dusty. That never gets old. Never gets old.
Hey, Bree, this gonna drive you crazy.
You know, I'm very hesitant. And I'm very concerned on how unorganized you are. Lord help me.
I don't think they should stay together.
I don't think so either. So then they move on, and Brianna says that she believes that both of them shield each other's feelings on stuff. And I don't see how, because they be going at it quite often.
Well, I think that's just her trying to say, like, he's overly sensitive. Like, if she feels like I'm shielding and he's still getting...
Yeah.
I mean...
Okay, I can see that. I can see what you're saying. So then Vincent said he knows, and he tends to shut down when he gets mad. And
no.
And then Brianna brought up the conversation again about her being bossy. She said that when he said that, it made her sad because this is a characteristic that she cannot change. And Vincent's face is screaming, "This is total and utter BS." Is what his face was giving.
Well, I can tell you what his face was giving. So I gotta stay here while you boss me around, and you won't give me kids.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if that's what his face was saying, but
that's what it should be saying.
I thought you were gonna say, "I gotta stay here and let you boss me around, and you don't want to change." That's what I thought you were about to say. But she says that he needs to accept her for who she is because she can't change who she is. And because she has to just say what's on her mind because these are things that she means.
Yeah.
I think this is a cop-out for saying you don't want to compromise and you don't want to do better.
See, this is where people don't want to listen to plain words.
What are you going to say?
I don't want to change is the same as I can't change. You should treat them both the same.
They're equivalent.
So you sitting here trying to distinguish between which one she's saying.
They're equivalent.
Either she can't or she don't want to. Either way, it ain't going to happen. And I'm with the camp of you can't, because you can be more conscious and you could try. Yeah. But at the end of the day, who you are is who you are. If you're a bossy, take charge person, that's who you're going to be. You might be able to tone it down, but you're still going to be there.
Okay.
And you need to be with somebody that lets you go and be that. Imagine if I just tried to hold you back all the time. Then I'd have to deal with all of that energy. No way.
I'm not saying that, and I feel like we're being redundant, but I'm not saying
repetitive.
Redundant, repetitive. Tomato.
I just think my word was better used.
I feel like she can be mindful of what she says. I'm not saying it's not in her nature. I'm not saying that's not
Be mindful to deal with that 12-year-old little girl he's got trapped inside of him. No matter how mindful and delicate you are, he always gonna throw a fit.
He did use that a couple of episodes ago, that he is delicate with how he talks to her.
Throws a hissy fit.
All right, well, I don't know if Brianna's going to change. I don't know if Vince is not going to shut down, but we shall see on decision day what they decide. So let's move on to the next scene, because we done gave that way too much energy.
I don't know about Vincent, but I ain't gonna change. I is who I is.
Lord knows I can't change. Is that y'all's theme music? You and Brianna. I can't change.
And see, this is further reason why I don't believe you change. You got this persona online like you're the it girl, and now everyone gets to see you're really just a nerd.
I'll be that. I'll be that.
We started out with a good dance, and you knew, come on.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Get it back under control. Change.
Okay.
Change.
I can't change. Oh my God. Next couple to go on their date night is Haley and Jake. They're out for dinner. Jake asks Haley what are her takeaways from this experience. She says she's learned to communicate better. Jake said he learned that his fashion sense wasn't the best. At least he could still be a little, have a humor side.
He's always had a sense of humor. It's just dry.
And I'm here for it. I like him. I actually do like him. At first, on the wedding day, I thought he was like the bouncer. Remember how stiff he was on wedding day?
He's still stiff.
He's still very stiff, but his personality has come out. Okay, I'm moving on. So anyways, they both have a little chuckle about him saying that. Haley says that she doesn't want to get a divorce, but does have to do what's best for her. And Jake said he is nervous, but will go into decision day with his gut feeling on decision day, is what I'm trying to say. That was it for their scene. Let's move on to the next scene. You got anything? I just be glazing right over you.
My boy Zero. And I can't finish it, but they know. If they from Texas and they know Zero, they know.
Okay, well, I'm not from Texas, so I don't know that. Definitely a Texas thing.
I hate you.
I don't know that one at all.
And if you can sing, I can sing on here too. Come on. Let's go.
I'm just watching.
Next scene. You were supposed to fade out. And then fade to black and ass.
I was too engaged in the song. I was trying to see if I understood what I was like. Okay, let's move on.
J-Dub, the only one out there, go get it.
Oh, Lord. Now we calling out our subscribers.
My bad.
What's up, J-Dub? Let's move on to the next scene. Eric and Virginia go out to dinner. Eric gets teary-eyed during the dinner. I don't know if he had already had a few drinks before he sat down. But he
Eric
starts
be on that other stuff.
He was telling her, like, I love every minute of being with you, and that smile right there it's infectious, and that's what I want to be around. And he gets so worked up. He starts to cry. He says that he trusts her. It's just that his past makes him not want to be disrespected. So he's like,
so I don't trust you to not disrespect me. He's this dude's an idiot.
He says it's just one of those items that he wants her to do, which is to do what he says, kind of thing. And Virginia got smart. She got kind of snarky. She was like, maybe you should just give me this list of these items that you keep speaking of.
But it's not a whole lot of them.
It's just certain ones that you just have to do. Oh my God. So then Mind you, I'm not saying he's wrong for the things that he's asking for. How it's coming on.
Yeah,
it's just funny.
I totally agree that those things
are important.
But they should just be given. It should be
it should be a given, but she can't get it. It ain't given.
I'm starting to agree with some of the people in the comments. She gets it. She's just trying to
do her own thing.
Yeah, she don't want to get it. Yeah. She gets it. She don't want to get it.
Yeah. So then Eric says that he explains that he isn't trying to tell her what to do. He just wants respect, and that's why he's so strong on the items that she has to follow.
And you can respect me by doing what I say.
And then he moves on to say that he believes that she is his soulmate. And Virginia is like,
As long as you do what I say.
Virginia's like, do you really believe in soulmates? How can you say that when you were married before?
At one point, I'm sure you thought she was soulmate.
Yep.
I did at one point.
Yeah, he's like, but I was wrong.
So you can't be wrong now?
So she was not buying into the whole soulmate thing. Do you believe in soulmates?
No.
I don't even really, once upon a time, I used to believe like there is just that one person for you.
Was it right after you watched Fido?
After I watched The Notebook. Over the Rainbow? I don't know what Fido is. I know that's a dog.
No, the mouse. Fido goes to America.
Feifel,
that's right.
Feifel goes west?
Yeah, there was more than just goes west. But remember they were singing under the star? Like we're looking at the same.
Is this a Disney movie? I forget. No, I didn't watch no Feifel, but
Let me guess, because you...
The Notebook does hit home, though. You remember that movie? If you watch Notebook, drop a thumbs up in the comment section if you watch Notebook.
Our love ain't never gonna be like that.
Why? She had dementia or Alzheimer's at the end.
Yeah.
And she couldn't remember nothing.
He built her a whole house.
Yeah.
I'm not building you a house unless you are financially and legally attached to me. I'm gonna go out here and build you a house, move you in, and now I gotta go off working in the fields. I come home early, and you with the milkman, and I leave you, and you keep the house. You crazy! I'll burn it to the ground.
I can't with you.
Burn all this.
Something's wrong.
Where's my lighter?
Something is wrong with you. Get out of here. Something is wrong with you. And nobody wants all this smoke.
Is this hand sanitizer flammable?
After you done killed me. So I was saying, once upon a time, I thought, there was only that one person for you. But every love is different. There's the immature love. There's the infatuation, which is not really love. It's just a strong, strong like. But
one night love.
I don't know about none of those. I bet you
Me
know about
either.
them. I bet you know about them.
Never in love. No.
I'm just saying, I don't know about soulmates, but he truly believes that Virginia is his and
So
her,
one
not
person,
so much.
I was the only one out here for you.
That's what I said. Once upon a time, I believed that. But every love is different. You love differently in every relationship. You don't love the same.
Right, but I'm just saying, if you believe one person's out there, so you were supposed to move to DC, right?
No.
What if something along the way happened and you didn't have to move to, like, you didn't get...
It sounds like you're talking about destiny, not love.
No, I'm talking about
Or
one
soulmate.
true love, soulmate. How is that any different than destiny? You still have to meet that person. What if I decide to stay in the military and not go to DC? So now you just going to be the cat lady because your one true love wasn't there? That doesn't make any
But
sense.
I say that as an adult, I believe
I'm trying to get
that.
to your
My thought
mind when you
process?
did believe it.
Oh, I don't know what I was a kid. I was probably like a teenager, thinking or early 20s. I don't even think early 20s, but I thought that soulmates did exist. Like there was just that one person out there for you, but that is not the case. Especially after having a starter marriage and now
And you make fun
marriage.
of stuff I used to watch. Are you out here living your life like the Little Mermaid and Beauty and the Beast?
Oh no!
Till you got your...
No, that's not Little Mermaid.
No.
Jesus, that's Aladdin. Jesus. Why am I living like Little Mermaid though?
Like she had to find the dude with the legs
Eric?
to get
His
her
name was
leg.
Eric.
I didn't watch the movie. I don't know his name.
Give me your voice. You don't remember that? You didn't watch The Little Mermaid?
Do you remember we're recording
Oh,
you
okay.
singing your heart out?
I'm sorry. Little Mermaid is my favorite. But okay, we digress. Let's move on to the next. Let's move
You
on.
over here singing Disney tunes like you trying to get on the next Disney on Ice, not understanding she can't skate. She had to be one of the backup people on the block singing. Oh, a new world. Fantastic view.
Sit down and shut up.
Backup sing. You don't get the whole world. Well, you just help the main singer at the tail end. Don't let him fall off.
I'm moving on and I'm done with you. I could sing.
You came close to singing. But you was nowhere near singing.
Okay, let's get into the last few scenes of this episode. Stop this ice chewing. See, this is marriage. When you can like literally see yourself under the jail when he chews ice because you just want to kill him. Are you done?
You in what army?
You just want to take him out.
Bring it on.
Let's talk about the last few scenes of this episode. So the last few scenes of this episode shows the couples having their last night in bed. Clara and Ryan are in bed. Clara says she's ready to go to bed and wake up refreshed. And the next day we will be husband and wife forever. And Ryan turns right into Tommy.
For sure.
He's like, no comment. Literally made no comment to that. Ryan says he plans on going back to his house to reflect a lot before decision day because this is a very important decision that he has to make because this is who he plans to spend the rest of his life with. That's all they had for their scene.
He's leaving.
He gave her nothing again. So then, next scene, Brianna and Vincent are back home. They're getting ready for bed. They lay down and Vincent tells Brianna, I got a surprise for you. She gets all sitting up in bed like, okay, what is it? What is it? Closes her eyes. And he pulls out a pair of scissors. And he cuts her hair. Her braid, not her hair. He cuts her braid.
He don't like them.
He just cut it like towards like a fourth of it. But I just try to understand what possessed him.
He don't like her.
He just cut her braid like.
He got too much beard not to know you don't mess with a black girl's hair. And for him to just cut that braid, he don't like her. He's subconsciously trying to get rid of her. Because that's the quickest way. I'll be like, come on, I'll be like, I love this wig.
Was that you just pulling the whole thing
The
off?
whole thing. I love this one.
This is my favorite. And you
See, she got it back on the mannequin head.
Now I gotta make it into a bomb.
The fit is so. I can do this.
But I'm still like, every time I think about this scene, I crack up with
I
him.
don't understand how that was going to be a good thing. And let's be honest, he didn't cut none of her hair off.
Oh, God, no.
That was all extension.
He cut towards the tail end. And it was only one braid. It's not like he cut a chunk of them. And she's like, oh, Lord, help me.
He should have got up here by the scalp.
Woo! Now that would have been a different episode.
You gotta get up in there.
I think she would have been turning over tables.
Then hit her with the you gotta hit her with the Ryan. I wouldn't. No matter what happens, snip. You always gonna remember me. Either you with me, or you ain't with me, but you gonna remember me.
I'm like, that would have been a whole other episode. She would have been turning tables over and everything. But I just thought to myself, like, okay, what was the mindset behind this? And accordingly, or apparently, he was saying, I thought you wanted to take them out. And she was like, not right here and now. And she's like, Lord, help me. What am I going to do? How am I supposed to wear my hair now? And I'm like, Brianna, stop being extra. You know you can go boil some water and dip that one braid back in that hot water to seal the end. And you will be just fine. That braid will not unravel. And nobody will be the wiser that is cut shorter than the rest.
I thought you was telling her she ain't go boil some water and drink some tea and chill out.
No. Saying she could just seal the end by dipping that damn one braid in hot water if she didn't want it to unravel, or put a rubber band on it and nobody would know the difference from the other 80 braids in your head. Like, no one's not going to know.
I don't want to hear
but
anything.
That doesn't give him the right to still cut the one braid. There was no purpose in that.
I really want to hear you talking about braids at all right now.
Why? Because you don't got yours braided?
It's a sore subject for me.
I know. But I don't got time, bro. I don't have the time.
Get your hands off me. I'm not your damn bro.
Haley and Jake are back home. They're back home talking about their marriage. Jake said overall the experience was pretty radical. How did they do it back in the day? Excellent.
Sign of the
Radical.
devil.
Tubular. Huh?
Sign of the devil.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't want that.
I don't know. That's
don't
what they
want
used to say. I didn't
Really?
see it.
For real though? I never heard that.
Where did you grow up?
Orlando? Born and raised in New York first?
That was like Beavis and Butthead was supposed to be like devil worship.
Oh, I didn't
playing
know.
stuff backwards.
Really?
I don't know. This is what I heard. I wasn't listening to it.
I'm just saying, really, like rhetorical, not for you to answer. You know?
Did you ever play Candyman?
No, we didn't say that. I was raised in New York till I was 13. What one thing and Candyman came out then, and we didn't play about Candyman. No.
Candyman.
No, don't say it no more in here. Don't say it again. Not on my watch. No, seriously.
Handyman.
Don't. Oh, you know what's up. Okay, so final scene of this episode. Eric and Virginia are in bed, and they say at the end of the day they really enjoyed each other. They really.
I bet she
just,
peed herself.
I just want to get through this, and you're trying to kill me.
I'm sorry. That was a good one. I just looked over at that window. I was like, yo, if I can get her to look over there, it's going to be hilarious.
That's not
Because stuff is moving out there.
I just want to say what happened with Eric and Virginia in bed.
They don't like each other. They fought. They blah, 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 blah. She got a cat, kitty, whatever. Dog goes crazy. He flicks it in the nose.
That's not what happened. So is that
she
text?
starts talking.
Rocking.
He's like, drink your drink. Shh. Good night.
Why does it sound like a real married girl? Okay, no. Eric says he sees great things ahead for them as long as they both want this.
He
Eric
better must be looking at somebody else's future.
says Virginia is the person he wants and who he wants to spend the rest of his life with. Virginia tells Eric that post-decision day living situation isn't the best, but Eric reassures her that soon enough he will rent out his home, but just know she'll have to stay there for a little bit. And she just like, okay, we'll see.
Virginia, if you move into that house, rest assured you'll only be there for a month.
Per his mama.
Per him, you gonna kick her out?
So that was the end of episode 16.
Thank you.
Gracious. This is how we watch Married at First Sight, by the way, too. We don't stay focused.
I don't remember half the show.
Most. That's why I gotta write it down, because we be doing the most.
I don't care.
Me either, but it is what it is. We gotta stick it through. I'm hoping next week's episode is
We don't gotta
Decision Day.
stick it through. Ryan gotta stick it through.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm still hoping next week is. I just got that. I'm hoping next week's episode is Decision Day, because at this point it was 2 days till. So what else can they show us other than yes or no, we want to stay in this marriage?
All of them arguing again.
So that was the end of episode 16. Drop your thoughts on who's staying together. Who do you have? Eric and Virginia? Yes or no?
No.
Ryan and Clara? Yes or no?
No.
Brianna and Vincent? Yes or no?
Shouldn't.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Haley and Jake?
Hell no.
Chris and Paige?
Yes.
You're just saying that. Yes, they're going to stay together?
By the time they get to Decision Day, we will all find out that Paige is now a sister wife. It's now Chris Mercedes Paige.
I'm done. Drop your comments in the comment section on who do you believe is going to stay married or get a divorce. We want to see what you guys think.
Tomorrow or on the Decision Day. Say the Decision Day, because when you say stay married, none of them are going to stay married. more than 5 years.
You want to know, who do you think is going to say yes, they want to stay married on decision day? Does that sound better to you?
Right, because none of them are going to stay together long term.
He doesn't believe there's no long-term relationships happening here. You never
Not
know.
on this show.
Stranger things have happened.
No, they haven't.
Well, we want to hear from you. This on how this one feels. I can't deal with him. But drop your comments in the comment section below. We would love to hear from you. Also, we have a special announcement. We will be doing a 5,000 subscriber giveaway. We haven't figured out what should we...
$5,000 giveaway. I was about to say, you and who, not me.
That stimmy didn't hit for us. I'm just saying. But we're going to do a giveaway.
She trying to get us Wesley Snipes.
Just let us know in the comment section, what should we do? A free pack t-shirt, a hat, a mask, Team Cam t-shirt? Should it be a gift card with monetary value? What should we give away? Drop your comments in the comments. Drop your comments in the comment section below.
Speedos, something that guys can wear for their ladies. Would you like for me to wear Speedos?
We think.
Wait, no. What do you mean no? Now you don't like my body?
We're doing this here. This is what we're doing. Is this what we're doing? Can we get through the outro of this video? Yes?
Try to get intro some new draws.
Anyway, we thank you for watching, and we will see you we will see you on Saturday for the review of Ready to Love. Y'all done talked us into reviewing Ready to Love. You
if
want
contract talks go right,
here it is.
I got 24 hours work on this contract before filming starts.
What? You need to speak up.
24 hours to work on my contract before filming starts.
For Ready to Love?
Any more reviews?
You gonna what? Pick? Are you gonna what?
Yeah.
What's the thing?
I ain't treated right. No, I'm playing. We about to give y'all the business already. Love, we've been watching.
Yeah, episode 1, 2, and 3. So
trying to catch up.
We will recap episode 4, review episode 4, and we may give a little recap on what we think about what happened in episode 2 or 3.
Kamar might have to give me one of them high-level overviews.
We're going to definitely give a high-level overview.
The draft is going on right now, and your boy is still a football fan. So.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so this is the outro.
These people, life don't mean nothing to me. What the Cowboys do next season is what I'm worried about. Yo, we got a good linebacker.
Okay.
More man, I've been watching the draft right
here. I thank you for watching, and we will see you in Saturday's episode for the review of Ready to Love. In the meantime and in between time, drop your comments in the comment section below. Thanks for watching.
Deuces.
And why are you giving me kisses? What you want? Oh, hell.